What's up, everybody? Welcome to a new franchise mode on my channel, a new series. We'll be taking the Jets. We're doing a fantasy draft for this team. We're not using their trash ass roster, and trust me, I can say that because I'm a Jets fan. Now we're being an owner and we're gonna relocate this team, as you guys probably noticed in the title. And for this series, we'll be playing on all Madden simulation. I think I'm gonna change that to competitive after playing the first game. And we're making it so everyone can relocate, because we wouldn't be able to relocate. The Jets stadium rating is just too high. Now we're turning off pre-existing injuries, and we're making the quarters 10 minutes long. So let's get right into this fantasy draft with the New York Jets. Let's go. Let's get it. Intro is the same as last year. They could have changed it up a little bit, but you know, that's a little petty thing to complain about. Let's get right into this fantasy draft, and let me explain to you guys real quick. Now, we're not picking the best players in the fantasy draft. We're only selecting rookies. I'm hindering myself so we can only select rookies. So with the number 9 pick, we're going straight for our quarterback, because quarterbacks usually go first in these type of fantasy drafts. Now, I'm not selecting Mitchell Trubisky. I don't support him. I don't like how he plays. I don't really support him. So now we're going to be selecting Patrick Mahomes. 97 throw power, good speed, 78 overall, and now we're going to be going for the number 1 overall pick in the real draft, Myles Garrett, who's already an 85 overall. I hope he could be our best player. Well, he is our best player right now, but I hope he could really progress and be an insane player. Now with the 3rd overall pick, we are selecting Jamal Adams, the Jets' pride and heart right now. We've gotten pretty much everyone that we wanted, and now we're going to the number 3 overall pick in the draft. We're taking Solomon Thomas. He's a beast in the interior. Our D-line should be very good in the future. Well, everyone should be very good in the future if you think about it, because they all are very young and have potential. So now we're going for a cornerback. We're going for Marshawn Lattimore, 77 overall. We needed a cornerback because you know it's a wide receiver driven league now. So now we're looking at a free safety, Malik Hooker out of Ohio State. And our next pick, I think we're going for a running back. No, we're going for Jonathan Allen right here. Yeah, you see, our defensive line is going to be very good in the future. Now, we're looking at a running back, and they took Leonard Fournette. They took Christian McCaffrey, so we just picked up Dalvin Cook. But it's a good 3rd option, trust me. Now, right outside linebacker, we just took TJ Watt, JJ Watt's brother, and if he can be anything like JJ, we'll be fine. Now for tight end, we're picking Evan Ingram, because the other tight ends weren't there, and actually I like Evan Ingram more than them. So now wide receiver, we're selecting Corey Davis, the first wide receiver selected in the draft, and I'm surprised he's only 75 overall. So now with our next pick, we selected John Ross. His speed is just too insane. I had to take him. So now at left outside linebacker, we select Raekwon McMillan, and now we're starting to get into drafting linemen. There's no really flashy players to select anymore. So this is the last pick I'm going to show you. Rod Johnson, left tackle out of Florida State. He's a beast. He's a big man. And that's going to be it. That's going to be the last thing I show you guys for the fantasy draft. So we're heading into preseason week 1. And now we actually have to start the relocation process. So we're going to relocate the team. And I told you guys that MetLife Stadium has a 79 rating, so they wouldn't have let us relocate. But since we made everyone relocate, they allowed us to, obviously. So now we're taking a look at the roster. And at wide receiver, we have Corey Davis, like I told you guys. Then we got John Ross. And at running back, I like our lineup. We got Dalvin Cook, Darnell Pumphrey, and Marlon Mack. So at wide receiver, we selected Taywan Taylor after John Ross and a couple other speedsters. And then they had the line and the tight ends like you guys already saw. And for middle linebacker, I did not select a good player. I selected Jordan Evans. I think he's from Oklahoma, but he has 88 speed, so I'm going to be using him next year after we simulate this year. And just take a look at our defense. I think we're going to be solid for the future. Just wait on the future. This year we're going to be bad, trust me, but just wait on the future. And we don't have a kicker or a punter, so we're going to the free agency to take a look at who we can sign. And the perfect kicker comes up, Roberto Aguayo, who's basically a rookie. It's his 2nd year now. And he had a rough time in Tampa Bay. He just got cut recently. But hopefully he could be that Florida State kicker that we saw for us. So now taking a look at the punters. There's no one really here for us. but we take the best one available, obviously. Michael Pilardi, I don't know how to feel about that. He'll probably be gone by next year. So now we're taking a look at the weekly training, and we have a bunch of players with superstar development. That means they're going to be getting XP way quicker than regular players, and that means they're going to be leveling up way quicker than regular players, so that's great. That means that we'll be getting better way faster than what we expected. So heading into week 1, we had a bunch of injuries, but it'll be all good. It's all good. And then we had another injury. It was our strong safety, David Burton, but no one really that important got injured. So now taking a look at player negotiations, we are not re-signing any of these players. Only Marlon Mack and Carl Lawson, I think, because they're both rookies, but everyone else isn't a rookie. So now we're getting into the relocation process, and here we go. We open it up, and that's the city I wanted to go to the whole time, London. And they want us, man. They want us. You saw that 4-star interest or whatever it was. Every box was green. So now we're looking at a team name. The Jets. They don't want the Jets, but I didn't want to keep it anyway. Bulldogs, Black Knights. That sounds good. Monarchs. This wasn't a tough decision at all. We are taking the Black Knights name. It's pretty dope. Now we're selecting the uniforms, and this is the hardest decision by far, because take a look at these uniforms. All 3 of them are nice. All 3 of them have huge popularity, and I don't know, it doesn't make sense how all 3 of them could have over 60% popularity. Do the math, that's 180%. I'm just saying. But we are picking this. It's pretty hard, but we're gonna take the one with the red on the shoulder pads. It's just a clean, different look, and we have gray pants. That was pretty much a deciding factor, that there was different pants to use, because I don't always want to have the same uniform on, you know what I mean? I like some variety in my uniforms. So now we're taking a look at the stadium types, and I wasn't too sure what to pick, but I went with what's true to me, keeping things traditional. And we're going with the deluxe traditional stadium. It's honestly the best looking one here. It sees the most people, but it is the most expensive, even though that really doesn't even matter. Now we simulated the whole season. We went 2-14, which is terrible, I know, but it's pretty good for us because we're going to be having a top pick to select a future star, a future centerpiece on our team. Now we're taking a look at the stats, and for the season, Patrick Mahomes got injured during like the half of the season, or he played like 12 games I think, and Josh Dobbs filled in, but Mahomes didn't play that bad. I thought he was going to throw more interceptions. His completion percentage wasn't too good, but neither was Josh Dobbs. I know it'll be better when we start using these guys. Don't worry, don't panic. I know we went 2-14, but nobody panic. Dalvin Cook had a pretty solid year, 1,000 yards rushing, 9 touchdowns, 3.7 average yards per carry, which isn't too bad. And then Donnell Pumphrey Jr., I don't know, it's about 3 yards per carry, which isn't horrible. It'll be better when we use him, don't worry. And Patrick Mahomes, I thought he would have ran more, but he really didn't. And Marlon Mack had about 3.6 yards per carry. So now taking a look at the receiving, Taywan Taylor led us in receptions with 81 receptions, almost 800 yards and 5 touchdowns. Josh Ross had a good season. Man, that's really good. His speed kills, trust me. And Corey Davis had a rough year in the first receiver spot on the depth chart. So did Evan Ingram. I thought Evan Ingram would have had a way better season, but I am proud of how Donnell Pumphrey did in the receiving and about how Josh Ross did. So now taking a look at the defense, and Jordan Evans, the guy that was 64 overall, is already doing work. 137 tackles on the season, 1 interception, 1 sack, which isn't too great, but the tackles is amazing. And now Jamal Adams had a solid year too, almost 120 tackles and 2 interceptions. And I'm just showing you guys the rest of them. And for sacks, Myles Garrett, Jonathan Allen, and Solomon Thomas are all there, along with TJ Watt under them. And 9 sacks per game in rookie year, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. So taking a look at interceptions, we need to find a way to get a lot more turnovers next year if we want to win games. And Roberto Aguayo had a great season in my opinion. He did not miss a field goal. I mean, he did not miss an extra point, and he only missed 4 field goals, which probably were pretty tough. So now looking at the return game, it was pretty much non-existent. And we also need the return game to be pretty good next year if we want to succeed. Now we're going to our team season schedule. We see that we lose every game in preseason, and we went 2-14 for the year. But what surprised me is that we had a lot of close games. I mean, I feel like with my user skills, we could easily win those games. If we're down, see, we lose to the Chiefs by 3, we lost to the Broncos by 3, we lost to the Saints by 3, then we got smoked by the Chargers. But there were some blowouts there, but not too many. I feel like if things would have gone our way, we could have easily won more games this year. And if I was using, we could have won more games. So now, taking a look at the NFL standings, the Bears were on top for some reason. I'll show you guys everyone's roster after this, like at the end of this video. And I'm pretty sure that's gonna be it for this video. I'm showing you guys all the awards, all the standings, and all the rosters. Well, all the rosters, but most of their best players, because it would take a lot of time to do all of the players. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe if you did, and comment down below your thoughts on this. So, that'll be it for now. As always, I'll catch you guys next time.
Cigarettes on cigarettes, my mama think I stink. I got burn holes in my hoodies, all my homies think it stink. I miss my cocoa butter kisses. I miss my cocoa butter kisses.